sorry to all the men.
We are in God's house.
Well, then you better sort out your door policy, because she is well from the dark side.
For 44 years, viewers have been hooked by the comings and goings on Coronation Street. But there's only one family that has survived since the very beginning.
You couldn't have Coronation Street without the Barlows.
The Barlow family album contains some snaps they'd probably rather not see again, but that we can't get enough of.
I always think the Barlows family are a cross between the Addams family and the Osbornes.
Stupid girl!
Well, she gets a hug and I get a slap.
I don't think you can get much more dysfunctional than a bigamous son and a daughter who sells a baby.
Are you coming to bed with me?
For decades, we've laughed with them, we've cried with them. And by the looks of it, half the country has done lots more besides with them.
It's never boring.
Bring it on!
I was 18 when I came into the show, and that's been my life. I'm now 50, and I'm not right.
Ken and Deirdre Barlow took up their rightful place at #1 Coronation Street, and in due course a new generation of Barlows emerged to terrorise Weatherfield.
You grow up with Coronation Street, well, I certainly did. And to get your head around the fact that you're actually going to be part of a family that's been around longer than you have on the television is just crazy.
It's so good to see you, Peter.
And you? Yep. Never in my wildest dreams I thought I'd end up playing Ken's son. I remember one time I grew my hair a little bit, and Bill said, in between takes, he said, it looks good, your hair, you know. What you want to do, though, is just grow your fringe a bit and sweep it across. And I thought, oh, no. He'll have his Christmas jumpers out next, say, here, get that one on, and I'll be drinking halves.
Whatever the future does hold for Ken and Deirdre, one person is bound to have a say in it.
Blanche, the ultimate mother-in-law.
Well, there might be now you can do, you useless lummox.
Deirdre loves her to death, but she also finds her totally exasperating.
I know for a fact that if I dropped dead tomorrow, she'd have a spring in her step for the rest of the year.
That is an awful thing to say.
They always used to give Blanche the last line.
Is that Deirdre up there?
Yes.
What on earth does she look like at her age?
What do they say? The sins of the father are revisited by the son, so on it goes.
Ken may have had plenty of wives, but at least he married them one at a time. We hadn't seen much of the eldest Barlow's son, Peter, since Ken had abandoned him as a child.
From Glasgow.
But 29 years later, Peter returned, now played by Gascoyne, for another Barlow storyline that would have the nation gripped.
Peter!
Hiya, Dad!
People really like the character, you know. They kind of love to hate him, I think. Have I ever told you lately how much I love you, eh?
Yeah, you have, but I don't mind you telling me again.
OK, well...
I think a lot of men think it's easier to lie and keep the woman smiling than it is to put up with us going crazy at them.
Where am I? Well, I'm in the bowling alley, love. Where else?
I used to get letters and letters telling me that he was having an affair. I do love you, you know.
Yeah, I love you too.
I think there was a lot of men and women shifting around on the sofas in that time. It was really confusing for Chris because he was actually living a completely double life.
Lucy, I want you, you know. I don't want to lose what we've got. You know, I hope you don't either. I used to get confused with Lucy and Shelley. Will you marry me? Lucy Richards, will you marry me? I used to come out with the wrong name all the time.
I must be mad. But yes.
The best one being when he married Shelley. With my body, I honour you. All that I am, I give to you. And I called her Lucy. So that would have given it away a bit, wouldn't it?
Still feeling guilty.
But Peter's double life was about to come crashing down around him. 14 million people tuned in to see Shelley find out the truth.
Look, it was the happiest day of my life.
Would you like to see mine?
Your what?
My wedding album. It wasn't such a grand do as yours, but it meant a lot to me at the time.
And then came the moment we'd all been waiting for.
Everyone, this is Lucy Barlow, Peter's secret wife.
Hello.
And this is Simon, Peter's secret son. Public have been waiting for me to just whack the little sock for so long. Chris was saying, oh, well, you know, she wouldn't really have hit me that hard. I thought, if you're a woman and you've been scorned that much, you could knock her into next week.
Well, I probably deserve that, fine.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, that's all. I really enjoyed it, hitting Chris.
And if that storyline took the nation by storm, it was nothing compared with the moment the people of Britain showed just how much they love the Barlows. But we certainly haven't had enough of the Barlows.
I've lived here all my life. I've seen a lot of people come and go, a lot of changes, a lot of dramas down this street.
For 44 years, we've welcomed them into our living rooms and shared in the good times.
Your life. This is your life.
They've become a national institution, even though they probably belong in one.
I think if I was Campbell in real life, I'd have had a nervous breakdown a long time ago.
I was just trying to work out where it all went wrong.
I think there'll always be a Barlow around one way or another.
Here's to the next 44 years.
The future, yeah.
Once a Barlow, always a Barlow.